go.
That's when I'm supposed to do it.
What do you want on your tombstone? Step off, buddy. Die, you bloodsucker!
Are you crazy? I can't really tell.
I just don't know. I guess so.
I don't think like the world has become that dumb that like a person that's 17 doesn't know how to fucking use a computer. Right? So like the actual people that this legislation is allegedly targeting, they're going to get around the system. But the adults that, you know, the normies that don't really care, they're like, oh sure, you know, I'll dox myself. Because it's convenient. You just open your wallet, you show ID, right? Not a big deal. Well, apparently it is a big deal because the moment there's a data breach, or the moment you misbehave in a video game, and not to mention like a lot of video games now are starting to record audio and they're using AI in order to listen in to what you say. Like everything is minor. Like my fucking god, like even the Soviet Union didn't have this ability. Everything you do in your life, everything has to be recorded.
I'm like, that cabin doesn't even have doors.
When did we decide we would live like this?
Like, look at it.
Like it's fucking insane, you know? Like, okay, there's drugs on the street. Does that mean that the cops should break into every single person's house?
Like, look at
Everything
it.
with a lock means that the government should have a key for it, so that they can come into your house and check to see, like, what if you have drugs? And you're like, well, I don't. Like, but we need to check, right? Maybe have the government install cameras into your house in order to make sure that you don't actually have anything illegal. Never mind, they do that, right? Like the police can access the ring cloud.
That cabin doesn't even have,
So no, like they actually do
have
that.
doors.
I like, when
It's
they're
like-
going to
like-
push for
like, look at it.
butlers
It's-
as robots,
no,
like,
I
there's
mean,
already
is he entertained?
right? Like robot butlers.
I mean, that's it. It's
And you
okay.
go around the house and it does your chores and shit. The first thing that they're probably going to do in Britain is to say that
He
humans aren't
entertained?
allowed to use knives. Only the butler robot should use knives. But the second one is like that's going to be a spyware in your house. Like everything they see is going to be uploaded to a cloud to quote unquote improve the product, and there's also going to check to see if you know the kids are safe or whatever. And we're going to that level. You know, George Orwell. People are constantly mentioning like 1984. 1984 was like a
Home cabin,
pseudo-authoritarian
and he's like,
government that had access to
He's like, well, look what's real. You know, the elephant up and make the cabin. I'm like, that cabin doesn't even have doors. It's like look at it. It's no, I mean, is he entertained? I mean, that's it. It's okay.
I do think that at some point people are going to be fed up with this nonsense. I already see it on the internet. Like no one is buying it.
He's not gonna try to build a cabin without doors. Because, what did you say? An elephant? An elephant was helping to make the cabin. I mean, okay. So then what? You know, but yeah.
Like less than a week in, and they're censoring protests and shit. Like what the fuck are you talking about, right? And now they're doing it in video games and stuff. Like who agreed to this?
To make the cabin. I mean, okay.
Parental controls like normal people.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I'll see you on my live stream. There's a link to that in the pinned comment. Take care.
Play button, and and have memories like that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, the closest thing we have to a digital ID in the works right now is in the
and have memories like that.
They call it the digital wallet. And the digital wallet isn't in itself a problem. Just like the digital ID.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But some of these people, like, man, and they don't just like go quietly either. It's like freaking the Lost Boys with the vampires.
Various amendments in order to make sure that it's not going to be mandatory. So if they don't really care if it's mandatory or not, then you have to understand that.
Yep, one phase of your life ends, and now a new one begins.
It's not the issue. The issue is the concept, like the very nature of what you're seeing.
Just you enjoy the ride while
towards anyone that wants a free and just society. Why am I saying this? Well, let's look at how it's supposed.
the term has become a meme on 4chan.
Here you have your digital identity. Like, this is tied to yourself, right? Like your presence as a human being interacting
I have some friends that are now
society.
memes on 4chan.
Oh my God.
Various things. It's connected to the social platforms you're using, like the social platforms that you require in order to have a job, in order to talk to people. And
Oh my God.
It's connected to your financial services, your bank accounts, how you get paid, your mortgage. It's connected to your healthcare. It's connected
Oh,
to
thank you.
travel and mobility.
Thank you.
Let's
You
end
wanna
this on a
use public
positive note. What
transport,
gives
Okay.
you
you
hope for the
wanna leave your
future?
account. It's connected to food and
You're a
sustainability.
fun
thank
guy.
you.
Like,
Thank
if
you.
you're a farmer, you need this in order to do business. So on and so forth. Right?
Oh, thank
you.
You can notice that
Thank you.
almost every single one of these nodes are crucial for a person to have a normal life in a society. Like, without one of these nodes, life becomes very difficult very fast.
Forever.
And so, when you look at a node, you notice
Optimism.
that most
What makes-
of them
what's
have
good coming up?
regulations attached. There's various terms of service. Like, for instance, when you're using social platforms, you're using social media. You're not allowed to talk about the hunt and buy the laptop story if the year is 2019. You're not allowed to spread disinformation, whatever that means. You're not allowed to have right-wing talking
Cabin,
points.
like,
as the
that cabin
truckers
doesn't even
found
have
out.
doors. It's just
There
like
are certain terms of service
like, what
when it
at
comes
it?
to using social media,
it's
when you're using
no,
financial
I mean,
services.
is he
The
entertained?
same thing, like there
I
are
mean,
other
that's it. It's
things
okay.
relaxed.
He's not gonna try to build a cabin without doors with a, what is it, an elephant with something like that. I mean, okay. So then what? But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I think the clubs are gonna have this kind of content, and then the studios are gonna make the more professionally produced stuff, and that's what they're gonna push. It's just it's just weird. And YouTube, there are ways you can see. Like, I've been watching YouTube since the very beginning, and you can see how things went from, like, okay, funny cat videos are popular, memes are popular, video game retrospectives are popular now. This is popular, that's popular. Then there's a waxing and a waning and ebb and flow to it, and then, okay, these guys aren't as popular anymore. Now there's this new wave of stuff that's popular. You get like 5 to 7 years if you're lucky. And then it's time to either evolve your content or move on to something else completely. And a lot of people, like I said, it goes back to what I said before, that when it becomes obvious that this isn't going to work anymore, what you're doing right now isn't going to work anymore, you can either try to change it up, or you can just scream at the cloud. But it doesn't matter. It's going to change whether or not you personally agree with it or not. And that's just that's the reality of it. So we have a lot of people, I think, working in this, especially in this space, in the YouTube space, I think, that aren't, even though they're older, I don't know if they're mentally mature. I don't think they realize that, like, hey, your YouTube career, it's going to end someday. It might end very quickly. That might be true of us too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But, like, what are you going to do? Do you have a backup? A lot of these people don't have backups. They think they're going to be making millions of dollars a year forever. I'm like, you're not going to be the 24-year-old, whatever YouTube stunt guy forever, dude. Like, what do you do after this? And I think in that regard, I think Mr. Beast is actually very smart. That he's like, yeah, you know what? I got to branch out into some other
I gotta sell some shitty chocolate bars. What I gotta do. I gotta get me a show on Amazon. But he's right, I think, because he saw it and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be popular forever. And everybody in this space, like, you gotta look at that. Like, what is your well, I guess like video, like Stop Killing Games. What does your end of life scenario look like? What does the end of your YouTube career look like? It either transitions into another phase of, you know, doing this stuff online, or you get out and you find something else to do and you live your life, and you did it, and you can tell your grandkids, hey, I used to be on YouTube and here's my play button, and, you know, and have memories like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But some of these people, like, man, and they don't just like go quietly either. It's like freaking the Lost Boys with the vampires, right? Like, they always talk about how vampires, no two bloodsuckers buy it the same way. And like, I could just see somebody being like, you know what, it's time to just ride off into the sunset. And that's what I would like. I'd like to just ride off into the sunset and be like, yeah, I did my time. It's been fun. Thanks, guys. But these people are like, no, I gotta go down in the blaze of like a sex scandal and drugs, and I gotta call my audience names, and I gotta take my shirt off and play with my bird, and all this like weird, like everybody just boom. They all just say, hey, it's over. It's okay. It's okay that it's over. I just move on to something else. Yeah, one phase of your life ends, and now a new one begins.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's very weird to see, and I'm seeing a lot of people just ending their careers prematurely because they're freaking out about the end of their career. And it comes for us all. Just, you know, you enjoy the ride while you got it, but or while you can. But yeah, it's going to come for all of us. So I think everybody that does any of this stuff, media stuff, YouTube stuff, podcast stuff, whatever, what happens when I can't anymore? Because it is going to happen. 100% is going to happen. And you can either deal with it gracefully, or, you know, freak out, spurg out, whatever the term is, become a meme on 4chan. You know, I don't know.
I have some friends that are now memes on 4chan.
Oh my God.
For that exact type of behavior, so I know what you're talking about. Let's end this. This has been a really fun conversation. I always enjoy spending time with you, Neon. You're a fun guy.
Thank you.
Let's end this on a positive note. What gives you hope for the future? What you know, we've talked about techno-pessimism, maybe some techno-optimism. What's good coming up?
Optimism. Actually, people looking back at how we used to make things. I've noticed that Gen Alpha, and we talked about this too, Gen X and Gen Alpha want to go back to making things by hand. They want to go back to meeting up in person. They want to go back to vinyl. They want to play retro games. They want malls to come back. I think that maybe in this mad rush to you know, become this dystopian technological hellscape, whatever that we're marching toward, I think people crave reality. They want reality. I wonder if we're not going to connect more with reality because we're being forced in an artificial direction. And that is good, because we need that. Even if we've got robots that can do amazing things, we need to still remember our own humanity, I think, in all of this, and remember why we built these machines in the first place. Originally, that, you know, yeah, profit, whatever, but it was to make our lives easier, so we could actually have more time to be human, and not to replace us or replace ourselves. So I think we're going to have a generation or two that maybe they're going to be like hippies or something. They're going to be like, we're going to reject a lot of this and just kind of reconnect with our humanity, and then maybe someday we can actually find the balance. Because I think we can't, because of the speed at which everything has happened, I don't think we're able to balance things. I don't think we have the emotional maturity to say, hey, this AI stuff or this technology, this is part of our lives, but it shouldn't be our entire life. It should help us live life in the real world better. You know, ideally like Star Trek, where, you know, we had all this technology and people didn't have to worry about, you know, working a job or whatever. Everybody had enough, but they could go do whatever they wanted to do. And I think maybe that will be the end goal. But I think we need to reconnect with, you know, meat space a little bit. And I think kids crave that, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
That's true. That's a good observation.
If they find out you get banned again, and this is for life. Like if you do
I think we need to reconnect with, you know, meat space a little bit, and I think kids crave that, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
That's true. That's a good observation.
And that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
it's
That's
for
true.
life.
That's a good observation.
And of course,
Reminds me
don't
of
get
like
to defend
radioactivity.
yourself.
First
Don't get to
we
make
discovered
your
the
lawyer,
you know
don't
the
get to
atomic
argue
atoms.
your case,
Everything
you
is
don't get to bring
radioactive.
the evidence
Plates,
against you. What
party
usually happens
favors,
is that one day you get a
everything,
message, like, for
and then
severe
people freak
violation
out a
of
lot.
the
Oh
terms
no,
of service,
nothing
you've been
can't have
banned.
anything. There's anything to
And
do
unless you're a person
with
like
energy.
Nigel
It's
Farage that
dangerous.
has
And now we're
connections
kind of
and
like
actually
finally we're
manages to
finding like
go
a
and
healthy
find out what the
middle.
fuck is going on and
And
figure out,
yeah.
oh, so I got
I
banned
think that's where
because
we're gonna. I
working
think
for
that's where we're
Exxon,
gonna
that's
land.
nonsense.
And all this is we're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, technology and AI has a purpose in our lives. It's for this, that, and the other thing. But
And so this is why, you know,
The
recently we're being
middle.
told that this is to
And-
protect
yeah.
children. You need to dox yourself. Dox yourself
And like a healthy
wherever you go.
middle.
Even if you want to play GTA, now you gotta dox yourself. And the positive thing is that a lot of people are against the idea of doxing themselves. The negative thing is that there are certain nations out there that are mental asylums. Like, they actually want to live like this. And like, that's fine, you know, like, if you're from China, if you're from
You need to
UK, if
still
you
be human.
enjoy this type of lifestyle, great. But I don't understand why the rest of the world has to also enjoy it. Like, people in Eastern Europe absolutely don't. Polish people, I know for sure they don't like this system.
Dangerous. And now we're kind of like
Romanians don't
finally
like
we're
the
finding like a
system.
healthy
Bulgarians don't like this system.
Yeah.
Like, no one
I
in
think that's
Eastern
where
Europe
we're gonna. I
likes
think
this
that's where we're
system.
gonna land. And all this is we're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, technology and AI
Now,
has a purpose in our
people like
lives.
Asperger
It's
say
for
that
this,
this
that,
is
and the other
scary.
thing. But for everything else,
First of all,
you know,
I
we
disagree. I
need
don't
to
think anything
we
in
need to
politics is
still be
inevitable.
human.
I think the way politics
All
work
right. That is a good
is
note
by
to end on.
asking the question,
Where can
how
people
much
find
I
you,
pay?
Neon? I mean, that's kind of an obvious question, but
Because politicians are always interested in liberty. Some politicians are interested in restricting
For
liberty,
now on
others are
YouTube.
interested in expanding it.
Also, we're doing.
Protecting it, right? Not necessarily expanding it, but protecting what you have now. And the only question that matters is like how much percent of people who are concerned about
Also,
this, how much percent
we're
of their
doing more.
income they're willing to spend in order to have their identity protected. And by spending, I don't mean bribing politicians. No,
TV.com.
like they have consultancy firms, you know, that they work with. Like usually you make a contract, or you can support their campaign, like their actual political campaign. They spend time of your day in order to promote their ideology and platform. You can actually, in
you,
some
Neon.
cases,
I mean,
like
that's
in
kind of an
the United
obvious
States,
question,
you can
but
find
For now on YouTube.
political lobbying.
Also, we're doing more podcasts and exclusive videos over on news.clownfishtv.com, and we're trying to branch out a little bit. You know, you never know which way the wind's gonna blow, and again, you put all your eggs in one basket. That basket has a broken handle. You know, it's not good. So we're gonna try to spread out. But yeah, ground zero for us is always gonna be clownfishtv.com.
well, everyone, please check out clownfishtv.com. It's one of my very favorite YouTube channels. I love the commentary there. It's just fun. I learn a lot, but also I enjoy listening to Neon's wife rant. She's great. So we're
I
gonna
do
wrap it
too,
up.
unless she's ranting.
Start to know, oh, why voting doesn't matter. But yeah, but like, are you voting with your wallet? You know, do you support companies that promote this? Are you boycotting companies that are against this? Because boycotting works. Like, we notice how quick Bud Light
I learn a lot,
right?
but also
And
I
other
enjoy
corporations,
listening
like
to
the moment
Neon's
they
wife
had
rant.
The majority of the public, and it has to be the majority. The majority of the public decided, no, this is cringe. Well, it became cringe. People do have a voice. It's just that the politicians
great.
want to make you feel as if you don't matter. This is what scares them the most. It's not the fact that you
So we're
I
gonna
do
wrap
too.
it.
or another. They're scared the most when people actually do become politically active, and they stop getting blackmailed. It's a lot easier to control the
so-
opinion of 10 or 20%
we're-
of the population than it is to control the opinion of 90%.
We're
I
gonna
do
wrap it
too,
up.
unless she's
Anyway,
ranting
that's
at
my
me.
Eastern
And,
European take. Let me know what you think, and as usual, I will see you on my live stream. There's a link to that in the description. Take care.
Listening to Neon's wife rant. She's great. So we're
I
gonna
do
wrap it
too,
up.
unless she's ranting at me. Then
Yeah, aim outside the tent here. That way. Yeah.
yeah.
Microsoft doing these things
Yeah,
just
yeah.
under Microsoft itself. They with Windows 7 they take a screenshot of your desktop every second, and they just
Outside the tent,
store it.
dear.
Microsoft's
Now
good
what?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chinese.
yeah.
They're the good guys.
Okay.
American.
Well, thank you so much, Leon. And to all of you, audience, for taking the time. This has been Culturescape. Show wouldn't be possible without the help of viewers like you, and of course, my editor, Chris.
As many times as they can take a screenshot and have
Without the help of
uniformity,
viewers like
they're
you, and
able
of course,
to give
my
you a
editor.
product that is consistent.
It's nice to have that consistency and screenshots of everything you do. I really, really like that feature.
Interestingly, I became a hacker recently.
You've been hacking?
Yeah. I downloaded. I have a new laptop that has Windows 11.
Oh,
So I had to become a hacker.
oh,
It
just
took me about 4 hours to debloat the computer.
and to get like bypass the creating a Microsoft account.
Yes,
I really like that feature.
I had to load into the BIOS,
Nice.
download Python, and have Claude AI do
Possible without the help of viewers like you, and of course, my
You for
editor,
real?
Chris Hollywicki,
Yes.
who makes me look more competent than I actually am.
That sounds good.
And I was in there for 4 hours
That does not sound good.
getting rid of all the crap, or as much as I could.
This has
on
been
Windows
Culturescape.
11.
Show wouldn't be possible without the help of viewers like you, and of course, my editor, Chris Hollywicki, who makes me look
Allegedly in charge of my-
more competent than I actually am. Until next time, my friends, keep geeking out.
With 10 people, CIA styles.
Alright. Turns out the last 9 minutes of the thing I didn't need to fuck with.
That's throw grenade after grenade after grenade. What are those things called? Those little things where the hacker that's flipper? A flipper? The orange thing? The little that weird hardware stuff? Yeah. I don't know. The one hacker they show us, and he's just like, you want to see me do something right now? You ever see that guy? Yeah, yeah. And he's just like, he's there like, he's like a boogeyman. He's like, let's get a guy that looks, again, he's another one that I don't even think is, he's like a Epstein, where Epstein's probably not a human, you know, like you've been saying,
I say, yeah.
that Epstein's probably not even a human being. But
If it's got a name, that means it's not even a living thing.
right,
It's,
like, he's like this. Oh, I'll just show you real quick. He's like, just your phone is in your pocket, right? Okay. All right, so it's your passcode is right here. It's SMFBA.
I see you've got pictures of your own asshole on your phone.
That's interesting. See how I do that? Hold on, check me 1 sec. Like that boogeyman shit of like. Just open your garage door.
Just like the toilet, you know, is that here.
Yeah, just prove my copy from your office. I have your copy of your RFID. You drive a Ford Mustang electronic, right? Can you pull it up on the screen here, Chris?
Well,
Chris, pull up the Ford Mustang electronic. And then type in colors, available colors. Hold on, I'll show you a picture of your car. Let me just color that thing. Oh, it's right there, the yellow one. Oh, there's your car. Oh, it's in it's like a Patriot Gold, but yeah.
oh, really?
I like when it dies on you, it's a frog going peace. What dies on you? On the Mustang, look at the Mustang frog screen.
I'd rather it be Tub Girl.
Mustang electronic frog screen.
This can't be happening.
Don't tell me this is a one-off thing, you fucking lying sack of shit. Supposedly, I remember there was like I had like 3 customers tell me like when it died on the highway, it would give them a frog screen.
Shows you Pepe the Frog.
Yeah, it shows you, it's like this. It shows you the merchant.
What does it create? Like the only explanation of an organization this big creating a screenshot every second and locally storing it and cloud storing it and having an AI file it and interpret it and everything, it can only be for the purposes of making an AI god that has like a black mirror or a crystal ball that knows everything. Like it can only be for the purpose of making a god.
The purpose is to end white supremacy, Charles.
I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. I mean, everything, I guess, goes down that little hopscotch path, I guess. You can explain everything with that, I guess.
You could.
Every single thing in history that's happened, you're like this. That was to genocide white people in the next 1,000 years. I mean, every single thing in history that's happened leads to that. But anyway.
Bill Gates is more interested in tuberculosis.
He's interested in solving people's poop problems. He's getting. He's like this. I'm gonna come.
I'm just a little dork.
Are you kidding? It's Bill Gates.
Is he getting?
Well, back in the
Bill
day.
Gates supposedly was like a man.
I don't believe he had. I don't believe he has a dick. And I'm not trying to criticize him. I'm just saying.
His newest video is him talking about tuberculosis and the presence of Stetson hats was something to do with tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis?
TB and Stetson hats. He's like, well, you took me some like
smallpox coming back.
Stetson what? Stetson hats.
What about his wife being Chris Klein?
Cowboy hat.
Melinda Gates being Chris Klein?
Yes, I really love that one. Yeah.
Who's Chris Klein?
Not Chris Klein.
Wasn't David?
Yeah.
Or Dave? Remember the movie The President with Sigourney Weaver? Like, he's a twin brother. The guy dies and he takes over as president. It's kind of good. I think it was a euphemism for
Not
how
Chris
our
Klein.
system works.
Not Chris Klein. It's
this fucking guy.
Kevin Klein.
Kevin Klein.
This cretin.
I didn't mean to bring it. Oh, I thought that was Kevin.
God. Has God killed these two cretins yet? These brothers?
Who's that? I don't even know who they are. Who are they?
Has God killed these guys yet?
Glenn Lacoste.
Close that. I don't even want to see this guy's fucking face.
Well, he's talking to his Bill Gates. You know, if you ever follow Bill Gates on Instagram, it's the most fun Instagram you can follow.
Like, what's this? Sewage?
It's the
the beer one? When we were drinking beer and
He used to drinking sewage, and so can I.
He's just always been staring at a shit pipe. They turned off from
I just don't believe the mythology, I'm sorry.
Good song.
He's out looking for great sex when the sun goes down.
Yeah. Who'd you get for me? Hey, John, who'd you get for me?
He pours concrete?
Yeah, he's a real one.
Oh, I've done that. Nice grid. CO2 is what plants breathe. What?
It's planet air.
Since when is that bad?
He's speaking native tongue.
Oh,
We should put the women on the drones.
they're just flying suicide drones.
They stretch them out and be like,
program is training thousands of rural women to fly drones and take women's empowerment to new heights.
What is going on? Since when do women want to fly drones?
since they got caught shoplifting at Target last week. You see that one? They're hiding in Targets.
Oh yeah.
What? Indian women in California and like in Canada are they're hiding inside the middle of the racks in Targets and shoplifting. Oh yeah.
Is there anyone left in the world that would prefer to not speak German? She's probably abused beyond her capacity to understand.
She's negotiating with cops as hard as possible. Literally harder than any of us would negotiate. Harder than like I personally would negotiate.
Negotiating with Han Solo, he's got a gun under the table.
But what do I do now? But how long is it going to be? Please don't embarrass me, ma'am.
I think your own choices.
I think they're just actors.
It has nothing to do with me.
So what do I have to do if I have to? What do you want me to do?
This is fun.
I'm not taking anything. I'm ready to even pay for it.
Does not work like that. I don't know why you keep saying the same thing over and over.
She's offering to pay for it.
Let her go.
Take the fucking money. What, my money's not good for you?
You know what would have been the best experiment? The cop was like, alright, you can pay for it, and then let's just say like the stuff was like $900. Be like, it's $1,400 and you can walk free. $100 says she wouldn't pay $1,400 for it. A $100 bet said she'd be like, no, there's only $900 worth of stuff. I'll give you $700 now that I've touched it.
She has $50.
Yeah, she hands them 50. You are paid in full. There was more money there.
No, we were never supposed to deal with problems such as those.
Well,
Well, I guess there's no sense unless you have time.
get a drone controller in her hands.
Yeah.
Get her up to some good
Strap her to a drone.
in this
You
world,
get,
okay?
you get Indian women flying drones, you'll be having them flying a freaking TNT bomb into your house when you get too uppity at some point in the future.
So, in fourth grade, my teacher said, bring in something interesting.
He went to regular school.
And fucked it.
Is he saying his dad forced him to kill animals at a slaughterhouse? I was already thinking about computers at that point.
So Bill Gates has always been a fucking creep.
He's that curious. He's so curious. He's such a brilliant genius. He reads 50,000 books a year. He's brilliant. He fucks.
Drink a beer.
Let's.
You don't like that song?
You know, like, what is that? Fat Boy Slim?
Chemical Moby? Yeah, Fat Boy Slim.
Fat Boy Slim's not Moby, right?
No.
Bill reads what, 200 books a year?
Yeah, 200 books a year.
How many is he up to last time you checked?
I think he read about 40,000 books, and that's why he has that much money.
Yeah.
And that's why he drinks that much sewage, and that's why he's obsessed with sewage, and also obsessed with vaccines for blacks and stuff like that.
What up?
It's been a
How you doing?
for him for many years, which I find perhaps in my most paranoid a little bit dubious.
What's going on, man?
Probably why there's an ad agency.
I wasn't biting my
following him
nails,
around.
but I do
Has
bite my
making
nails.
Snappy cuts of everything that he does.
So that's in order to curtail any negative press that the normal person would naturally react with.
Damn, until next time, my friends.
Culturescape.
Geeking out.
We had Neon from Clownfish TV on this episode.
He did something
By Vonnegut, he's
just
custom.
obsessed.
He has custom books that are written just for him. How to give blacks vaccines.
To Bill Gates. And this is a man that is
Step one, fly to Africa
obsessions.
with vaccines.
It's his population control. He's been Mr. Population Control. I forget what he's done with sort of joy and fertility spread to Africa, but I think it's been the opposite. I just don't
I
remember
wonder
the
where you
details.
take a turn in your career where you're like this, alright, I'm making the computers, what? What? Too many Africans.
Horrible, exhausted meds and stress. Aw, that sucks.
I gotta go read, I just read this dope book, How to Fly on a Plane with Vaccines and Make Sure They Properly Get to 1 Billion Africans as Fast as Possible by Amy Horowitz. I gotta bounce.
Well, when you reach levels of philosophy like that,
Who was on last? CJ, CS
he doesn't
Johnson?
think normal thoughts like you because he's that much of a brilliant genius and he's a cutthroat businessman. He fucks hard as hell, and he drinks sewage because he cares that much. He wants to annihilate all trees, and he wants to well, apparently annihilate all from the face of the earth. He's been working on that, and who knows what else he wants.
You'll
to
be
annihilate.
okay?
Not his wife's because he divorced her and she left his ass.
I hope
What's the
so.
point of his life?
What's going on in
I
Africa?
sure hope
Are they
so.
making more of them, or are they dead yet?
No, I think
Vaccines to make him
I'm pretty sure it's still the world of, it's still the Warcraft 1 and 2 Goblin Barracks, I believe. I don't think they've upgraded from that.
Ah, shit.
And I know they
Ah,
they
shit.
but the Belgians toyed with them in ways that I believe are good.
Damn it.
The best thing on the McDonald's menu is spicy now.
Getting used to it? Are you on some new meds?
Set your alarm.
Tez Funds 2 on X. Jokes aside, Rockstar is
Hmm.
planning to implement age assurance checks in the near future, rolling them out by region. You may need to verify your age to access GTA Online or certain features.
Did I not save the goddamn thing?
Snapmatic may be restricted until you verify your age. Now, I want to be
Quiet
clear
night.
here before we go too far on this one.
Yeah.
This is a rumor, and it may not be accurate. But if it is extremely concerning. Now, from a parent's perspective, is it the worst thing in the world? No, it's not. From someone that cares about the freedoms that we enjoy right now, it is very concerning to be like, oh, here we go. Yet another thing in the long line of things that are falling to age verification. You need to show your ID. You need to prove this, that, and the other thing to play the video game. Instead of what we all agreed to back in the 90s with the ESRB of if it's a mature rated game, you know what you're getting yourself into. That's really all you need to know. And they shared this screenshot here in reply to this.
Hey, you better have saved the G. Yeah, I did.
For vanilla Unity. And this article comes to us from GameRant, and it says, rumor.
You know, we'll run your ads, we'll take care of your promo. You know, you have a lot more marketing kind of agencies.
How's the new monitor holding up? It's good. It's getting the job done. It's darker than this one, but I don't know. It's getting the job done. $15 well spent.
The book industry nowadays.
Hey, friends.
But it's likely going to roll out to, hey, guess who's going to get it first, guys? The UK. Given that the country recently implemented a new age verification law on July 25th.
Hey, friend.
The UK has thrown around the idea of online age verification system for adult
You know, you have a lot more marketing kind of agencies popping up around the book industry nowadays.
Online Safety Act, which allows the UK to regulate online content more efficiently. Then, on July 25th, 2025, a new age verification law came into effect, forcing users to verify their age when accessing adult content on the internet. There are numerous methods for users to verify their age, such as photo ID, credit card, facial age estimation that uses AI to determine the age of the individual. Unfortunately, the system has proved to be easily bypassed.
Yeah.
Some users are already successfully using Death Stranding's photo mode to bypass age verification system platforms like Discord. I think they're also using
I can't believe that I didn't fucking do this correctly. Alright, well this episode's out, so I could just get rid of it.
Rockstar is currently working on adding age assurance checks to Grand Theft Auto Online. Details surrounding this feature are still unknown, but Tez speculates that users will likely need to verify their age to access Grand Theft Auto Online or some of its most beloved features, such as phone messages, text chat, and Snapmatic. There's also no word on when this feature will be rolled out or which regions it will affect, but with new Grand Theft Auto Online updates released regularly, its release could be imminent. GTA Online leaker discovers new age verification feature, and they're tagging it with GTA Online here. It says the implementation of age verification for Grand Theft Auto Online is likely to be massively controversial among the gaming community, which is coming from a dad of 2 kids. I don't want this shit. I'm the dad of my
Hey,
kids.
friends. Quick personal note before we continue. I have started a GoFundMe to raise 20.
What the fuck was that?
This is crazy. But Rockstar would not be the first to introduce such a system. Earlier this week, Xbox rolled out a
Hey,
new
friends.
age
Quick personal note
verification
before we
system in the
continue.
UK.
I have started a GoFundMe to raise $2,500 to visit the woman I love, Annabelle, in the Philippines. And yeah, as any true weeb, I live up to all the stereotypes. But seriously, guys, she's incredible. Anne takes care of her mom full time, who has Alzheimer's. And Anne is
Yeah.
always so good to me. Over time, we've built a deep and beautiful connection. My goal is to be there in time for her birthday this September, but I need your help to make it happen. I know this community has my back, so if you believe in love, second chances, or just want to be part of something hopeful, please check us out on GoFundMe. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much. And alright, let's get back to it.
Last month, the studio introduced an age verification system to Call of Duty, although it doesn't appear to be as strict as
Xbox age verification, the feature still requires all players to input their birthday to play games like Call of Duty Warzone, Black Ops 6, and more. Those who are underage will need to seek parental consent or have their entire Activision account risk being deleted. Which, yikes. Now, one thing I want to, well, two things I want to focus on with this, I think are very interesting. We're going to come back to the
Hey friends, quick personal note before we continue.
Yeah, I gotta learn After Effects. I was just watching the new season of $1 Million Extreme Extreme Piece that they just put out on their website, and there's so much After Effects and stuff and 3D logo work and all this other stuff. Wish I knew how to do it.
Okay, whoops, my bad, guys. I said GTA 6 instead of online. I would argue that if it's going to be in GTA Online, it's going to be part of GTA 6 as well. But okay, fair. Tez2's data mines info points to upcoming age checks for online features, rolling out regionally, highly likely 9 out of 10 based on their track record and code evidence. For GTA 6 specifically, it's speculative but plausible as prep for its online mode, 6 out of 10. No official Rockstar confirmation yet. I'm telling you guys, if it's 9 out of 10 happening for Grand Theft Auto Online, it's 9 out of 10 happening for GTA 6. I don't know why it would get lower.
Sounds, dubbing, animations, even splicing videos easy.
Boxes can't invite you to a parent party. Buy a stroller on off-road. Sarah will.
But okay. But I want
Yeah.
to this one here, 'cause I feel like this is very important to focus on. The UK has thrown around the idea of online age verification system for adult content for many years now. But in 2023, the country passed the Online Safety Act. Now, that's a very interesting time because specifically, there was this situation that I found. Jim Ferguson, UN declares war on digital freedom.
Oh yeah.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has just labeled platforms like X a clear and present danger to the global agenda. And now he's demanding total control over what you're allowed to see, say, and share. The UN's new Code of Conduct for Information Integrity calls on governments to enforce censorship, follow EU-style speech laws, submit to a UN-run independent observatory to monitor compliance. Let that sink in. An unelected global body wants to decide what's truth. Your own country is expected to enforce it. Platforms like X, Telegram, and Rumble are now targets.
And dabble in something else.
Disinformation, but we now
Yeah.
know what it really means. Opinions they don't like,
You look
stories they want buried,
more
speech
competent than I
they can't
actually am.
control. This is a globalist censorship regime in the open. No vote, no consent,
You look
just compliance.
more competent than I actually am.
Now, the truth will be outlawed. Again, this comes from the UN. Now, this was posted today, but I'm like, wait a second. When did this video come out? So I tagged Grok. I said, when was this video from and the potential repercussions? And Grok said, Smash, the video is from Antonio Gutierrez, June 12th, 2023. Well, that's sure interesting in light of what we were just talking about on Game Rant. And we were just talking about